Yeah, hi there, Nargis. This is Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT, and you're answering an independent speaking practice test. The question here is, if you had to move to another city, which city would you move to and why?
If I have to move to another city, I will prefer Houston because living is cheaper in Houston than California, and secondly, my family lives over there. Currently, I am living in a house in California which costs more than $800,000. And the same house, when I lived in Houston, it cost $250,000. So living is much cheaper in Houston than...
Now, it's not much more cheaper, but much cheaper. And I live in California too, and it's not just the housing, it's the taxes, it's the fees, it's the gas, it's everything out here is super expensive. I agree with you 100%.
California. Secondly, most of my family members live in Houston. For example...
No, you're making a statement, but you need an arguable topic sentence there. So say, secondly, I would also move to Houston because my family lives there. Maybe say that. See, if I lived in Houston, I would be able to visit them on a day-to-day basis.
My grandparents, my uncles, my aunts, and my brothers and sisters. If I move to Houston, I can have a good time with my family members.
I would say if I moved to Houston, I could have a good time with my family members. So, you're having some trouble, talking about a present impossible situation. See, here's how it works. If you're talking about a present impossible situation, typically you'll use these simple past verb tenses to do that. So you want to say, well, if I moved to another city, I would move to Houston. Because if I lived in Houston, I would be able to visit my family. If I lived in Houston, it would be much cheaper, my housing and other expenses. So I wouldn't have to pay as much as I'm paying right now in California. So you're having a little bit of trouble with that particular grammar. So here is the tip. Go to Google. And then here are the key words. Real and unreal conditions in English grammar. Or using real or talking about real and unreal conditions in English grammar. And study up on that. What types of verbs do you use when you're doing present possible situations, present impossible situations, and past impossible situations? So those are some things I think you can work on a little bit. So those are language use comments. With your topic development, my main suggestion is make sure that you present what's called a arguable type topical organization. So you're saying, because it's cheaper and I could visit my family, if I had to move to another city, I would move to Houston. Then you say, if I moved to Houston, it would be a lot cheaper for me. Then you explain why. You say, second, moving to Houston also would be much better for me because I could visit my family more, and then you explain that. So you want to make sure that each time you're presenting your reasons, you're not just making statements, but you're making arguments that tie back to the speaking task that you are trying to address. All right? So delivery, the main thing with delivery here, Nargis, I think you can probably work on your intonation. You need to vary your tone a little bit more than you are. All right? And thank you for completing this particular practice test.